I have and this may be an incorrect picture, but just let me run with it for a second. I have this picture of someone who is extraordinarily driven,
Mm.
who will almost do anything to get success, who we know has probably been sacrificing themselves to get that success. And they seem to me like almost the last person who's going to go, whoa, yeah, let me just slow down
Yeah.
and meditate. It's almost like throwing on the handbrake. It's just the
Mm.
opposite end. How do you, in the work that you do, how do you take someone like that? And I would imagine they've already made some kind of a mental connection to say, I need to change. But how do you stop them becoming this 250-mile-an-hour Ferrari and ask them to become a gentle push bike for just a little while?
Yeah, because we can be the Ferrari for some time. That's the thing. And of course, that's why they haven't recognized until now, maybe then. Um, so I would introduce something called pit stops
Okay.
for the Ferrari. So, you have the race and they go round and round and round and they go very fast, but the pit stops are there for a reason. So they need to once in a while take a break and get some recovery time, check the
Right.
tires, check the engine. And that's what they need to do. So they need that. You can't live your life like a sprint,
Right.
it's more
Yeah.
like a marathon.
Yeah. Okay.
So you need to take these pit stops. And what is a pit stop? Well, it could be a lot of different things. But for someone like that, for example, maybe their nervous system is always quite high up, for example. It could just be a very short, like a breathing exercise that they do between meetings or every time, you go to the bathroom, just to kind of get the nervous system down.
Mm. Pit stops. That's a really good analogy because I can imagine a really fast car going around a track, and you're absolutely right. They cannot keep going forever. So the idea of a pit stop is a temporary pause to refresh and fix things. What does that look like for the typical person that you're working for, and maybe somebody who's listening now? What does a pit stop look like?
Mm. So a pit stop could be something as brief as a very short breathing exercise that you do maybe between meetings. You can even do it in a meeting, in between, or go to the bathroom. So you kind of put a routine onto another routine, and it's really just to get your nervous system down. So I'll show you this one, and you can try it.
Have I got to do this with you
Yes, you do.
live? All right, let's do this.
Of course.
I just hope I remember how to breathe.
Yeah. So this is also used by Navy SEALs, by the way.
Okay,
It's very
they're
powerful.
tough. They're tough, fellas.
Yeah, exactly. Macho.
Yeah.
So what you do is I'll explain it to you. So you breathe in on 4. So you basically count to 4. So you breathe in and then you hold it on 4. So like hold it in, counting to 4. Then you breathe out on 4. And then you hold it out for 4. So it's like a square. So let's try it together. So we breathe in on 4. Hold it. Out. And hold it.
I feel so relaxed. I might go for a quick
You
nap.
look like a different person now, don't you?
You just carry on your own. I'm going for a nap.
So it's a
Wow.
very, very short one. And you just do it for 30 seconds or a minute, and it will just take your nervous system down.
Okay.
That's a very short and an easy example of what a pit stop could be.
Yeah. And I guess, does it work better if you can be somewhere where maybe you can close your eyes and just shut everything off?
If you have the luxury of doing that, absolutely. But maybe you don't,
Okay.
and if you have that kind of Ferrari work style, then maybe you don't. And
Right.
that could be the next step, is to allow yourself to also do that, because it's also
Right.
about setting boundaries.
Yeah.
It's about, putting the oxygen mask on yourself before you can be there for others, right?
Yeah.
So it's investing in yourself.
So just to carry on that racing car analogy, because I think it's a good one, that pit stop, that routine on top of a routine as you've described it, I guess would refresh somebody instantly so they can go out to that next lap and, be just that bit faster, a bit better, whatever it takes.